Steph here from Sifandos.com. Welcome to this video. I'd like today to speak to balance. Whoa. No, not that type of video balance. I'm holding this with my hand, so I hope it is balanced enough. I'm talking to balance in expression, balance in life. Now, I did a video not long ago, I don't even know if I've released it yet, but on masculine and feminine expressive states and finding balance in internalization and externalized communication. And that's part of the balance that I'm speaking to. But the real balance, what I want to get to here, is understanding self. How much time do we spend on self? How much time do we actually spend on going deep into self, expanding self, yearning to look into who we are as human beings, to want to grow ourselves in every facet, in every capacity, intellectually, that's cognitively, psychologically, intellectually, which I said, sorry, emotionally, spiritually, physically. How much time do we spend balanced in these areas? Are we too much in the emotional? Are we too much in the physical? Not enough in the spiritual? How do we then define also with clarity where we choose to spend our time in terms of personal growth, expansion, understanding, awareness, consciousness building? And it's a tricky question, and to some extent it's subjective and it's individualized, but we must begin to intuitively learn to connect to self, to our heart center, And when we connect to our heart center, because the heart is a brain, it's one of the three brain states, the cognitive brain, the heart brain, and the enteric brain, or the digestive system, the stomach, the gut brain. Okay, and neurons are found in each brain, albeit there are far more neurons in the cognitive brain, about 100 billion, 70 billion or so residing in the complex brain, the reptilian brain, the cerebellum, 30 billion or so, or a little bit less, in the prefrontal cortex. And there's not that many neurons in the heart and in the gut, but nevertheless, there are a great deal of neurons there, which tells us that to some degree, and I'm probably gone on a little bit of a tangent here, apologies, but to some degree, these are thinking centers. Now, the heart is responsible for our intuition, for our ability to move through life and understand life fully, to understand life intuitively, to keep us safe. It works in conjunction with our gut brain as well. It gauges our emotional response, speaks a great deal with the limbic system, our emotional brain in the cognitive brain. But the heart is responsible for compassion. It's responsible for connecting to self, understanding self, self-love, feeling self. How often do we spend time in this area? How often do we spend time on the physical body looking after our physicality? These aren't questions, there's no right or wrong answers here, but do you intuitively feel there is a balance in how you live your life? And we should ask ourselves these questions, because when we ask ourselves these questions, we open ourselves up to truth. We open ourselves up to the possibility of transformation, and in that transformative state, we are able to grow and expand and get more from life. And that, my friends, is empowering. But we have to be courageous enough and step into an open state, but assume a posture of courage to then be able to move into our ability to make change in life. Ask yourself, am I balanced in my expression in all areas of life? If you resonate with this video, please share. If you want to watch more videos, please visit my YouTube channel, Steph Sifandos, and please visit my website, sifandos.com, for more program information. And of course, one is always glad to be of service.